Welcome back to F1 Report, everyone. It's race week yet again, and we are in Italy for round 8 of the 2020 season, the Italian Grand Prix at the Temple of Speed, Monza. Monza is the typical home of Ferrari in the regular calendar season, and is the fastest track on the calendar. It can be a sea of red with the Tifosi filling the stands and cheering Ferrari forwards. Sadly, however, that will not be the case this season, with no fans allowed to enter the stadium. I'm honestly not sure what the atmosphere is going to be like without those fans, to be honest with you. It's going to be a weird one for sure. We saw some teams last time out in Belgium already setting their cars up for this circuit. It is unique on the calendar for being the track that requires the most power and the least amount of downforce. Characteristics that Belgium shares, but not to such an extreme degree. So, will we see a repeat of last week? Let's take a closer look. We'll start with last year, where we had the iconic image of Charles Leclerc celebrating his win in front of the Tifosi. This was a very special moment as the Ferrari fans embraced their new hero. In second, we had Bottas, and third, Hamilton. In fourth and fifth, we had the Renaults of Ricciardo and Hülkenberg, a feat they hadn't repeated until last time out in Belgium. A good omen, perhaps? Speaking of Belgium, let's do a quick recap on last week's results, just so we know where the teams are coming into this race. Our race winner was, of course, Lewis Hamilton, followed by Bottas, and in third we had Verstappen. Fourth and fifth were those Renaults again of Ricciardo and Ocon. Like I said earlier, Belgium and Monza share similarities in the ways the cars are set up, so it'll be interesting to see if the results play out the same, or if teams can adapt now they have some data to work from. In the drivers' standings, Hamilton is already pulling out a commanding lead, 47 points clear of Verstappen in second. Is there anyone that can catch him? In third we have Bottas, only 3 points behind Verstappen. Albon is fourth, a long way back. Leclerc, Norris and Stroll are all in a heated midfield battle, with only 6 points separating Albon in fourth from Stroll in seventh. It would also be incredibly easy for Ricciardo and Perez to join that scrap with a good result, as they're both currently sat on 33 points, only 9 behind Stroll. In the constructor standings, it's Mercedes to lose. They're on 264 points to Red Bull's 158. Over 100 points ahead after only 7 races. Behind them is where the real fight is. McLaren currently occupy third with 68 points. Only 9 points separate them and Renault in 6th with 59 points. In between them, we have Racing Point on 66 points and Ferrari on 61 points. I think this is a scrap we're all excited to see this season. Another similarity between Belgium and Italy comes from the tyre selection. Pirelli have chosen the softest compound tyres once again, the same ones that created drama at the British Grand Prix, and the ones that looked a little bit worn out last time too. There's a bit more stress on the tyres at Monza though, so perhaps Mercedes tyre wear problems could come back to haunt them. That only matters if it's a dry race, of course though, and that's looking pretty likely right now. As I speak, there is currently a 16% chance of rain at the circuit on Sunday, which of course blossoms into rain and thunderstorms as soon as we leave, just our luck. The temperature will be around 30 degrees for both race and qualifying, so a nice warm one to wear out those tyres. Of course, this could all change as soon as I record this, so take it with a pinch of salt as we're still a few days out. Was there any news this week that will impact the racing? Well, yes, actually there was. The biggest change coming into the weekend is the ban on qualifying engine modes. This is basically a setting that unlocks more power on the engine that is only typically used in qualifying and overtake attempts. It is believed this may affect Mercedes the most, making them slower in qualifying. However, we don't really know until we take it to the track on Saturday to put it to the test. Williams have also dropped a bombshell on us this week with the news that both Frank and Claire Williams will be stepping down for their positions after the race, wishing to give the new owners, Dorilton Capital, a fresh start. This is extremely sad news. Frank Williams has been in F1 for 43 years, and for many of us, he is just part of Formula One. He's been there our whole lives. There's no announcement on who will take over or what is next for the Williams family, I wish them the best of luck. And finally, Ferrari have also been in the news this week, doing a bit of damage control, with Mattia Binotto saying that the team are not panicking right now, but it could be years before we start seeing them win races again. This might be a bit of expectation setting ahead of what will probably be a tough couple of races for them. So who's my team and driver to watch going into this weekend? Last weekend I had Red Bull as a team to watch and had Sainz as a driver. I am seemingly jinxing all of the drivers I pick over the course of the season, so I'm really scared to keep picking, honestly, but here we go. Team to watch is definitely Renault. They had an amazing time last time out in Belgium and they have a good pedigree from last season at Monza. Plus, I'm just so desperate for a Ricciardo podium so that Cyril Abiteboul has to get a tattoo. My driver to watch is Max Verstappen this time out. I'm hoping the conditions with the heat and soft tyres mean that Mercedes will struggle, and I'm sure Verstappen will be there to capitalise. Who are you looking forward to seeing in this race? Anything I might have missed coming into this weekend that you want me to bring up? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.